Yo. Yo. Oh, man. What is the deal, y'all? What is the deal? Yeah, man. Crazy night, yo. Crazy night, yo. Man, yo. So, get ready for the 6:15 show. It was all ready to rock and roll. And power surge. I'm like, power went out for a couple seconds. Then I'm like, all right, we cool, we smooth. Then boom, the power went out for hours. Oh my God. Crazy, man. No internet, had the generator rocking and rolling. But yeah, they got the power back up. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of storming and stuff out here in Jersey, a lot of rain, really hard rain and stuff like that. But yo, we rocking and rolling, y'all. Look, I know I'll push this thing back. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody who's in the place to be. You know what I mean? This is a little late for me. I'm normally like rounding around, go to bed and stuff like that. But I cannot not have a show when we have a monumental day, a most splendiferous occasion for Raider Nation, y'all. I got to get my piece on it. So we got over 100 in the room. So it's time to get rocking, y'all. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Man, and like I always say, let's start this podcast. Oh, yes. Yes, they should have never done it. They should have never done it. Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody in the place to be. Yo, shout out to my dog, Raider John. Raider John, what's up, bro? Where you been, man? The YouTube legend, Raider John, is in a place, man. Oh, my God, man. Oliver Lopez Villa is in the place. Yo, Daniel Berry Sports is in here. Rosetown is in here. Manny's in the place. It's the medicine. Fox Pack, the great and powerful, is in the place. Gorell Webster first, never last, man. C. Flores. Beto is in here, yo. Oh, my God. Sean Huggins. Look, man, let me tell y'all something, man. One of the things that I have been talking about all season and off season, one of the things that we've been dreading, now we do not have to worry. We do not have to freaking worry because the face of the franchise has been signed today, man. Maxx Crosby is in the place, man. Maxx Crosby got an extension today. It's making him the highest 9 quarterback in the National Football League, man. Listen, man, do y'all know how amazing that is to get this done, man? Amazing. Yo, Max is staying in Sin City for a while. So the fans, such as myself, there's no reason to stress, right? And the reason why I feel like this is something to rejoice, it's not to bloviate and, overinflate Max's importance, but I think the ideology behind why John Spytek and Pete Carroll did this is more important. If you harken back to when John Gruden took over, the first thing he did, the first major move he made was to get rid of Khalil Mack. These guys are doubling down on building around who's in the building. And I think that ideology is one that is going to pay dividends for us as a fan base and the Raiders as a team, man. The Condor signed a 3-year, $106 million extension. Man, he's now signed with the team to 2029. And listen, guys, we can take our sigh of relief. And today also, we'll get into it. The Raiders also, with a corresponding move, got rid of Gardner Minshew. So happy trails, Gardner Minshew. We never knew ye. We never knew ye. So listen, let's look at the salary cap ramifications, man. Let's look at the salary cap ramifications for the Raiders, for the rest of the league. The cap is going up. The cap is definitely going up, man. Definitely going up. But man, I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. I wasn't really so much concerned about, you know, the salary cap. I just needed this to get done, man. You can't build on something unless you take care of the guys in the building, man. You can't build on anything unless you take care of the guys in the building. Yo, my God, my guy Chuck Taylor's in the place, man. He said, bloviating talk at length, especially inflated or empty way. When so many people are bloviating, it is easy to dismiss all discourse as chatter. Yeah, wait, hold on. Raider Rorschach, please keep it clean and say effing. We do not want to have wasted cancel. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I got to keep it clean, bro. I got to keep it clean, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. Listen, we got eyes on us, man. We got eyes on us. We got to keep it clean, man. But look, let me get into some of these salary cap numbers, man. I normally have everything set up, guys. But, you know, we had the power outage. We have all of the things going on. So got to give your brother Wasted a chance to get things rocking and rolling, right? So, look, the Raiders salary cap now, total cap is $224 million. The cap space as of right now, we're still second in the National Football League at $95 million. And I think this is an updated, this is an updated number right here. And we have $29 million of dead cap. We're 11th in the National Football League. So now, you know, Maxx Crosby is going to get total cash $23 million, man. He'll be a free agent in 2030. He's a 10% cap hit. The cap hit is $27.9 million, 28 years of age, man. Christian Wilkins is really, to be honest with you, as far as cap hit, is the highest on this team. Christian Wilkins has a $33 million cap hit. So, man, we doubled down and spent big on our defensive line, man. And if you look at his team is built, our third highest paid player, Colt Miller, at $15 million. I mean, this is a team that is predicated on the trenches, guys. You know, so with a corresponding move today, the Raiders went out there and signed Alex Cappa. Now, Alex Cappa is, you know, from a statistical standpoint, Alex Cappa was one of the worst offensive linemen in the National Football League. He's been a starter. You know, he was a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl team. You know, I think that's most of the reason why John Spytek brought him in. You know, he actually went down right before the Super Bowl and was not able to play in the Super Bowl. I think he broke his ankle back in 2020 when Tampa Bay went. But, you know, Alex Cappa is a guy that looked a lot better than he actually was and actually robbed the Cincinnati Bengals. You know, when Alex Cappa was down there in Tampa Bay, he was playing next to, you know, one of the better centers in football. He's playing in between the center and Christian Wirfs. And look, man, Tristan Wirfs. And look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. He went out there. He got his money from Cincinnati. And listen, man, it's been nasty work. Now, listen, if he has a relationship with John Spytek, that's all great. If he has a situation where Spytek feels like he can kind of resurrect the player that he was or building around him, or he's strictly a depth piece, that's cool too, right? But I'm a little concerned by us jumping so early on him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a little worried about us jumping early on this guy because there are going to be some better options going forward. You know, so look, man, Maxx Crosby signed, Alex Cappa signed, you know, and Gardner Minshew being run out of town like a scalded dog I mean, man, it doesn't get any better than this, man. Yo, but let's get back into this whole Cappa situation. Context to look at with Cappa. Cincinnati is notorious for not being good at developing O-line. I mean, they brought him in as a free agent. So when you bring in a free agent, a big name free agent, right? You're not necessarily looking to develop him. You want him to come in and give you production. So, like, do you think it's the scheme? I can't necessarily say that. I think Alex Cappa is a guy who benefited off of the fact that he played with such a good surrounding and supporting cast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's most of the whole Alex Cappa iteration. Now, last year he was tied for first in sacks allowed his position. He was tied for first in pressures allowed, and he was tied for first with hurries, man, among all guards according to Pro Football Focus. So he had a horrendous year last year. Horrendous year last year, man. I mean, nasty work, man. Nasty effing work. Shout out to my brother Big Mike Raider in a place, man. Over under for the number of people who are going to come in here and tell Wasted to take off the Red Raiders hat at 3.5. I'm taking the over. Hey, man, you know the deal. You know the drill. Everybody always say that. But listen, bro, you know me. I got to stay fresher than most. Y'all know how I do, right? Look, so you guys see Men of Order. Go over to menoforder.com. Go check Flow. Go check out all the products we got on over there. Shout out to Men of Order, our proud sponsor. Appreciate my guy, Rosetown Raider. But no, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate this. Said the hat fresh. Then, yo, listen, if it is chat approved, we will be putting it in a rotation, man. My guy, Rorschach Raider, man. This Cappa signing is a Raider move in hindsight. It's cheap, a body, and what has Al said? We may take a player that's been a disappointment and put him in a better situation. But who knows? Look, man, this is a guy who has started in this league, man. Right? But leave it up to the Raiders to go out there and bring in somebody that's worse than what we let walk out the door, yo. I mean, my God, man. I mean, hopefully, and I'm praying that whatever Alex Cappa did when he was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he can rekindle that with the Raiders. Now, look, you know what I want to do? I want to go back and look at Alex Cappa's numbers and how he played with Tampa Bay, right? This is something that I normally would like memorize, but I had a bunch of crap going on. So I didn't even go look, right? But let's go back and look at some of his years, man. Let's look at some of his years. Do you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna pull up his PFF grades. Pull up his PFF grades. We're gonna go back. Let's go back in time right here. Let's go back in the wasted talent time machine, everybody. Let's go back. Darn it, man. What the heck? Okay, PFF, Alex Cappa. Here we go. I'm gonna share this with you guys too. I want to make sure I log on first. I want to make sure that we log the F on, man. Sorry, guys. Little dead air. We can't have that here. We cannot have it here. Let me go to PFF, man. You know what's crazy, man? Pro football, this junk is getting super expensive, bro. Super expensive, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy. But you know what? The things we do for the pod, right? The things we do for the pod. So, guys, look. Now, Alex Cappa, I got him up, and I am going to be sharing this with you guys really, really soon, right? So we're going to go back and so they revamped it too. Oh man, this is man, I haven't been on here in a couple of days, man. So look, what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to look at the 2020 year with Alex Cappa, right? And I'm going to share this with you guys. You know, he based off of all his flaws, whoever he is, has been kind of like a middling lineman. I think he's strictly a depth piece, if I'm being honest, right? So this is what we're going to do, right? his overall grade for 2020, right now, this is 5 years ago, was a 69 grade, which was a plus grade in PFF. His pass blocking grade is 68.8. His run blocking grade is 63.9. They have him ranked 47th out of 132 guards. They have him ranked 35th out of 132 guards. And as far as overall grade, they have him as the 25th best ranked guard in the National Football League, which is a middling guard, right? So he had 2 penalties. Now, this is 2024, matter of fact. This is 2024. Wow. This is 2024, right? So wait, hold on. Let me look. I'm a little confused at what year I pulled up, guys. Bear with me. You know, I normally have everything pulled up. But yeah, no, wait. So he has over 1,100 snaps, 2 penalties in 2024, and 8 sacks allowed, man. Terrible. Now, this is his 2024 numbers, guys. My fault. Yo, how many hits? Yeah, 8 sacks allowed, 7 hits allowed, 51 total pressures, man. Man, horrendous. Horrendous, man. But yeah, he's strictly a depth piece, man. I mean, and that's pretty much where we're at with it. My guy, Cappa with the $5 holler. News coming out that the Raiders have reached out for a trade for DK. Send them one of them thirds and get him. Jacoby, Bowers, and the QB they deserve. Now, look, I've been noticing, and look, this is the low-hanging fruit of the National Football League. Like, everybody is going out there and they're making the connection between people and players that Pete Carroll had in the building. And it makes sense, right? But to me, it doesn't make much sense if the Raiders don't have a quarterback in the building that can kind of take advantage of the skill set of a DK Metcalf. Like, I'm sorry. I don't want a free agent wide receiver coming here and wanting to leave in a year because we haven't located the freaking quarterback. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, I would prefer for them to locate the quarterback first and then go get a wide receiver. And then I'm not into paying big money for guys like that. Now, Tyler Lockett is a guy that you can bring in. He's not a superstar. He's not a guy that's going to demand a lot of money. I like Tyler Lockett. He's very productive. I just, with the DK Metcalf thing, I'm hearing that he wants to go to a winning organization. We are not that at this particular time. You know, I think this is just reporters making smoke because it's the easy thing to do because Pete Carroll is our head coach. You know, I really do. I really do. I don't think we need to go with a big name wide receiver, man. I think that the sum of our wide receivers as a whole is what the Raiders should be focused on. They should focus on building off that room with Jacoby. I'm cool. I'm cool on going out there and spending big on luxury items. You know, I prefer for the Raiders, if you're gonna go out there and you're gonna spend big, go out there, solidify that line, go and solidify the defensive line, and have you know both sides of your trenches be the foundation for the team. But you know, look, the quiet thing that everybody is waiting for now that we got Maxx Crosby signed is what the Raiders are going to do at quarterback. Most of us do not want Sam Darnold. If we get him, it's better to have a Gardner Minshew. I just don't want to pay him a lot of money. But I've been saying this all offseason, and we spoke about this yesterday, y'all. I want Aaron Rodgers, bro. I think it makes the most sense. I think Aaron Rodgers gives you the latitude to go out there, bring in free agents, right? I think Aaron Rodgers gives you the latitude to also draft a young guy and develop. It's A-Ron season, man. And I'm kind of glad I'm not hearing anything about Aaron Rodgers coming to the Raiders because it seems like everything they speak about this offseason, it goes the opposite way. It looked like we were going to get Ben Johnson. It looked like Matthew Stafford was going to come here, and it didn't happen. It looked like that. And with the Sam Darnold thing, listen, Sam Darnold might very well negotiate a deal with Minnesota and stay there. See, Sam Darnold has played in some bad football teams. He's been in some bad situations, right? I think Sam Darnold might fancy being in a better situation. You know, I'm like, if I'm Sam Darnold, I want to build on the success that I had last year and have some more success so that when I go take a bite at the apple, it is a life-changing amount of money. I mean, but let me ask you guys a question. And this is just for the chat, right? I want you guys, if you guys are in favor of bringing in DK Metcalf, right, and paying him the way that he should be getting paid, I want you guys to put a 1 in the chat. If you guys are against bringing in DK Metcalf, put a 2 in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. This is your show. I had to get on, man. I had to get on. Had to talk to the nation. We are going to circle back to the Maxx Crosby stuff. We definitely will. But I need to know what you guys think, man. Shout out to Evil Mitch. Evil Mitch, listen, you are lucky you have not gotten your behind blocked, effing bum. Jack Burton is in a place, man. Shout out to Jack Burton. You guys, I think I need a cup of coffee, man. Somebody in this effing house got to bring me a cup of coffee, man. It's ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. It's late. Let me see it. Let me see if Mrs. Wasted. Let me see if Mrs. Wasted will actually hook me up. It is late. I am never on this late. Mrs. Wasted is in the bed. She has her pajamas on right now, waiting for me to come to bed. Mrs.
You need some coffee, honey.
I definitely do.
Okay.
I love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, baby.
All right. Bye.
So my wife go get me hooked up, man. Look, I would ask my daughters to do it, but every time my daughters make my coffee, it's like way too sweet. It's terrible. So listen, you guys overwhelmingly want DK Metcalf. Overwhelmingly. Listen, the only one who has any sense in this chat is Cisco Duarte as usual. Cisco, will you smarten these people up in here? The F is wrong with you guys, man. Shout out to my guy Van City Raider. Van City, man. What's up with you, man? Our resident Canadian Raider Nation brethren. Gonna have to put some tariffs on this guy. It's like, pass it around, man. Cisco, will you smarten these guys up? Anthony blocked. That's it. Yo, where's Evil Mitch? What'd he say to me? Hold on. Where the F is this guy at? Where the F are you at, Evil Mitch? Block me, wasted, no guts. You know what, Evil Mitch? You are going to be put on timeout. Just timeout time for you. Let that be a lesson to you, Evil Mitch. Your crap. Coming in here talking trash. He's been thrown under the bus. I'm the F up out of here. Evil Mitch, my ass. Get up out of here, man. Yo, my guy. Says exactly what I was trying to say. Chuck, Chuck, hold on. What were you trying to say? Shout out to the over 500 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted, man. What were you about to say? You got to let me know. I missed this. It's so many people here. So what you about to say? Bridges, we can't even cross. So you mean about the DK thing? So Chuck, let me ask you a question, bro. What would a deal for DK Metcalf look to you guys? Because look, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Seattle Seahawks and all of these teams, you got all of these guys asking for trades, right? Now, the San Francisco 49ers were in a situation last year where they made their decision, right? They picked Brandon Ayuk, and he's a guy who doesn't seem like he wants to be there, right? It's looking like they were trying to move off of Deebo Samuel anyway because of the kind of shape he was in last year and everything, right? But I think these players in the NFL got the game messed up. This is what I need to tell every single one of y'all. The NFL is not the NBA. You got Myles Garrett. You got all of these people talking about trade me, DK Metcalf, trade me. I want to get out of here. Listen to me. You know what the Browns are going to say to Myles Garrett? They're going to be like, you want to be traded? That's nice, Myles. Go get your pads and suit up. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate it, baby. Go get your pads and suit up, Myles. We ain't trading you. It's going to be like a $44 million dead cap hit if they trade him. To get what? They can have the number one pick for the next 10 years. They might not never draft a defensive player to equal a Myles. Shout out to my wife, man. Best damn cup of coffee you can have, man. Yo, Chuck Taylor says DK is worth a fourth this year. Now, look, this is the thing, right? Because if you're giving him money, right, you can't give away premium draft compensation and then be saddled with trying to give him a new contract too. So you lose twice. And then if you bring him in and you don't have anybody to get him the football, then you lose 3 times because he'd be crying to get out of here. I get the F up out of here, man. Now, if you get Aaron, that's a little different story right there. My guy, 1990 Cuevas. I think I'm pronouncing that properly. If we land DK, he's going to demand a big contract, and we won't be able to sign our free agents. We ain't a wide receiver away. We got to build this team. And this is how I look at it. I think that wide receiver at this point in the game is a necessity within context, right? I really believe that the Raiders need to go the way of every successful team in this league and build the team from the inside out. Inside out, quarterback, Brock Bowers, feature Brock Bowers, go get you a running back and call it a damn day. He said, I can agree. That's all I'm saying because it wasn't my take. No, hey, I mess with you, bro. Yo, my guy, Cisco Duarte. We don't want another Devontae Adams situation again. We have to learn from our mistakes. If we have Stafford or Rodgers, then yes, absolutely. But if that's not the case as of now, then no. And and that's where I sit. You know what? Cisco Duarte, man. Let me tell you something. This guy is the effing MVP of the day. God! Wow! Cisco. Smartening these freaking, man, smartening people up in here, man. Shout out to my guy, Raider Prophet, man. Bro, buy you a carrot for your podcast room. Bro, I have one. But you know what? I like when my woman brings me coffee. I like when my wife brings me because she makes it better. You know, I do have one. I actually got a little one, man. I got a little Keurig, man. And to be honest with you, bro, my podcast room is under construction right now. As of right now, the reason why I have a virtual background is because I am in my wife's office. And it's the home office for our house, but I painted the office pink and green. So that's why I never showed the office. I got bookshelves and stuff in here, guys, because, you know, my wife is, you know, I don't want to get into, you know, my wife's profession, right? But, you know, my wife is a writer too, you know what I'm saying? And my wife is an educator. So my wife got books everywhere, right? She got her dolls. She got her Beyonce stuff everywhere. I bought her a Peloton. There's a Peloton right here. So it is not the most masculine of settings here. So yes, look, I'm turning my guest room into a podcast studio. I'm actually in the process of doing that right now, actually, guys. Shout out to the over 500 in the room. Waste what your brother wasted, man. There's only 2 wide receivers worth their salt, and that's Tet and Ekiba. You said pink and green. Let us see. No. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you know why it is pink and green? The office is pink and green because my wife sorority's colors are pink and green. She got all her AKA stuff all over the place. My wife is an AKA, so said wasted in the she shed. You bugging, man. Yeah, but yo, yeah, let's sit on our hands and let them go to the Chargers. Great plan. Hey, where's the flag? The thing is this: the Chargers are in salary cap hell. The Chargers are in salary cap hell. Salary cap hell, bro. You know, the Chargers really can't afford to bring in DK Metcalf. If they do, it's going to make them cash strapped. So they can have at it, bro. Have at it. The Chargers, they have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. So they have at it, bro. Says Savion from TCU, like your life freaking dependent on it. Yeah, man, I would much rather draft my wide receiver talent, man. I would much rather draft my wide receiver talent, y'all. So look, let's get into this, man, because look, Peyton Hurdle says, I mean, DK won't change the fact that Justin Herbert is going to lose in a wild card every year. Look, we don't know. We don't know. We really don't, bro. We don't know. I mean, I when you got a kid that's as talented as Justin Herbert, eventually he'll figure it out. He'll figure it out eventually, man. But when I talk about the Chargers, I'm always looking at them to hit the ground. And anybody in our division, I always look at them being the best version of their roster on paper. Right? Last year, a lot of people were like, oh, Denver never beats us. And I'm like, bro, this is their year. And I got a feeling with the Chargers going into their second year of the Jim Harbaugh, they're going to figure it out eventually, bro. You cannot keep sleeping on them, bro. You cannot keep sleeping on them. My guy, rated D, 87. I love my Raiders, but I get the Maxx signing, but I don't like it. Maxx is not an impactful player like Watt or Garrett, and no one is going to change my mind on that. Also, the stats and the tape don't lie. Now, listen. 87, man. Look, I think you're being a bit hyperbolic. I really do. I think that if you're going to compare Maxx Crosby to Myles Garrett or TJ Watt, there's an argument to be made that they are better than him. There's an argument, right? If I'm being honest, right? I can't sit up here and just, especially Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is, to me, hands down the best defensive end in football. I love Maxx, right? I think Maxx, if he works hard and has a great season, can kind of take that title from him. But Myles Garrett is different. Like, he really is. He's super different, right? So then you have the rest. You got TJ Watt, you got Micah Parsons, you have Maxx Crosby, you have Nick Bosa, right? And Joey Bosa when he's healthy. So I don't understand how you could say that Maxx is not an impactful player, bro. Does he have times where he's being double and triple teamed? Yeah. I've seen Maxx Crosby wreck games with absolutely no help on that defensive line. And I don't understand what you would expect for the Raiders to do. You expect for the Raiders to let their entire identity just walk out of the building right now? Because he's the identity of the team right now. Like, why would you allow Maxx Crosby to just leave? Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, everybody wants to be armchair GM nowadays, right? When we have good players, right? Everybody says, why can't the Raiders have anything good? A lot of the narratives that are kicked around are from people in the media who are a bunch of jackwagons who have like a concerted effort to kind of hate on our team, right? Then you have a lot of people in our fan base who start a lot of these narratives and run with these narratives. Bro, to say that Maxx Crosby is not an impactful player, bro, is bro, look, man. I'm like, bro, you guys know I always have like some snappy comeback or something like that. Bro, I'm at a loss for words for how tone deaf that kind of take is, bro. It's terrible. Unbelievable. How the F could you say something like that? My guy, Bobby Salindo. Only come here because I know Wasted is going to be 110% honest with us. Thank you, bro. But seriously, we love your takes, dog. Keep doing your thing. DK, like your life depended on it. Bro, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe no more, bro. I'm not falling for it, bro. I'm not signing no big name free agent wide receivers who need a deal, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, man. I am not freaking doing it. Yo, my guy, still Cage Savage. Because it wasn't until this year that Maxx Crosby actually missed games. And he's a much better run defender than either of those. Yeah, this is a guy who had like 90 tackles. You're talking about setting the edge, man. I mean, it doesn't get more impactful than that, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. He goes, no, I agree with we can't afford for him to leave. He's more valuable to us, and that's why I get to sign him. But, bro, for you to say he's not an impactful player, I mean, how much more effing impactful can you be with a guy who has to get double and triple teamed every freaking snap? He's the heart and soul of the whole damn organization at this point, bro. You are tripping, bro. Tripping. He says, hey, yo, pause. Nah, man. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Listen, Anthony is a master of bananas and tailpipes. A master. My guy, Matt Marinovich with Raider Nation's best mullet. Business in the front, party in the back. My guy, Matt Marinovich. We need a franchise QB before we pay DK. That's a fact, yo. That is a fact. Yeah, Chuck, not impactful is wild, bro. Not impactful is wild. Hey, wait, so do you think we sign more of our own free agents into the likes of like TM, AB, and Spill? Yes, I do, bro. Because there's a reason why the organization saw it in their infinite wisdom to bring back Patrick Graham. You know, they wanted continuity. I think they're gonna just try to add to the roster. I think the key pieces of this defense will all be back, right? The only one that is a big question mark is Malcolm Kuntz, right? Because that contract can wind up being an albatross because he had a catastrophic knee injury last year, right? He had a catastrophic injury. And, you know, I forget what injury that Malcolm Kuntz had, right? But he had a catastrophic injury. And you got to see how he plays when he comes back. So for you to back the Brinks truck up and give him everything he wants, and if he's not deserving of that going forward, that can be a death blow to the Raider defense. A death blow. I mean, unbelievable, man. Man, and shout out to Maxx Crosby, man. Shout out to Maxx Crosby, bro. Salute to him. He got taken care of. He deserves every freaking penny and every dime. So now we can stop talking about trading Maxx Crosby. Now we can look forward to positive gains with this team. Yo, look. Yo, man. Listen, bro. And the thing that I need to get back on, look, guys, and I'm a little off tonight. Y'all gotta bear with your brother Wasted. You know, I'm normally right on the freaking money, but this whole thing that went on tonight, bro, I'm just out of sorts, bro. Out of sorts, man. But yo, Max right now is satisfied from a contractual standpoint, and I see the relationship he already has with Pete Carroll. I think when your best player and your head coach are on the same sheet of music, that's nothing but right for the rest of the team, right? So now you have these guys that are evenly yoked. They're on the same page. You have a guy that knows what he's doing, like for real. You know, you can like somebody, you can work with somebody, and you can understand that in the middle of the job that they do not really know what they're doing. And I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened last year with AP. Shout out to AP. No disrespect to AP, you know. But with Pete Carroll, you know, if he don't know how to do nothing else in this world besides breathe, he know how to coach some damn football. You know that. And Max knows that too. And I think that this feels different. I think we are going to get, at the very minimum, this team turned around into a space where we're perennial playoff contenders. I don't know if we'll get a Super Bowl out of this, but, man, it feels different, bro. It feels different. And I love that John Spytek made it known that the Raiders didn't have to go and remax up, but they did, right? So that sends a message to people out in the neither world. That sends a message to people who might want to play for the Raiders. That sends a message to veteran players that the Raiders take care of their own. Man, I think this is one of the things that's going to set the table to turning around the perception of this organization. Because let me tell you something, man. Perception is reality in today's world, man. In this social media world, in this this world where you know you have AI, you have everything influencing your opinions. You have just all of this crap, all these opinions, all these different talking heads, 24-hour news cycle. Don't think that the perception of our team and the rumors and the nonsense and the stories that get around don't affect the way players and coaches feel about this team. I'm telling you right now. I am telling you right now, man. Well, you can't run the ball on offense and stop the run on defense. Your DE will suck no matter what. Stem T, you're absolutely right. And you're going to be able to run the ball. And and make sure you guys pay your bar tabs. Go out there and hit that freaking subscribe button. What the F is wrong with you guys? My guy, or I guess this might be a female, Carmella Love. My coworker wears the same Raiders hat. It reminds me of Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not ever rocking a red Raiders hat. To eat their own reminds me of the Chiefs. I will pass. Listen, you know the cool thing about that, Camilla Love? And I'll take it easy on you because I don't know if you're a male or a female. But if you're a female, I'm going to take it easy on you, right? Because I am a gentleman. Good thing you don't have to wear it. Because I'm wearing it. Guess what? And I like it. So I don't give a F what you would wear. You get the F up out of here with your crap. That's just in case it's a dude.
Shut your lame ass up.
That's right. The F up out of here. Yo, so my guy Louis Garcia was wasted. DK or Lockett. Tyler Lockett, like your life depended on it. I'd rather have Tyler Lockett, man. I am a guy who is not, I'm not for bringing in the big name guys that we got to pay a contract. And I like Tyler Lockett's game, man. So, guys, John Spytek. I mean, what do you guys think about how John Spytek's been going about things here, man? The Raiders gave him, Max a new contract, right? And we all knew it was going to get done, right? But the one thing was like how much of it would be done before the season. Would they get it done after? Would they drag this thing on, man? And at the combine, man, I think the Raiders need to put to rest some of this stuff, man. And I'm glad that the Raiders wanted the deal done now, man, because it shows that Spytek and Pete Carroll are serious about dragging this thing forward. Now, these are two guys that come from like very, very well-respected situations that have won Super Bowls, right? And they know how to do things the right way, man. They know how to do things the right way. And Carroll wanted the defensive guys back from last season in terms of like, the 13 free agents. And I think you got to let the big dog eat first before you can go start dulling out contracts to everyone else, man. So, look, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think that Trayvon Merrick, I think Robert Spillane will come back, and I think K'Lavon Chasen will definitely come back for sure. Some people say Malcolm Kuntz. I don't know. I think it's a toss-up between him and Adam Butler. But I don't know if you get both of those guys back. There are a lot of guys in this draft, man. There's a pretty good defensive tackle draft. I think the Raiders can get some value there, but I would prefer for them to have a veteran option. They're going to lose Big John Jenkins. I mean, he's getting a little long in the tooth, man. So, it will probably be Malcolm Kuntz. But the thing is, Malcolm Kuntz really kind of scares me, man. But Spillane is a must, man. Yo, my guy, Big Mike Raider, is in a place, man. Apparently, the most triggering thing to Raiders fan is a red hat. Junk is hilarious to me. Yeah, bro, it's like bulls. We got a bunch of bulls in here, bro. They see red and they charge you. See red and they charge you, man. Yo, my guy, Phil Maddock. I don't know how I feel about Cappa. Look, I don't think, I think if Alex Cappa starts for us, he had a terrific camp. This is a guy that Spytek must have had a hand in bringing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He must trust him. But I don't see Alex Cappa being our starter, right? The thing I'm not concerned about, but I'm curious to see what the Raiders do with Andre James, because I haven't really heard much. Because if we're being real, Jackson Powers Johnson looked like one of the better centers in football when he played. I mean, he was good as a guard, but man, as a center, he was elite. He was elite, bro. And he's one of the only guys I've seen as of late kind of handle Chris Jones a little bit. So I wonder if the Raiders are going to start. I haven't really heard anything about Andre James. I wonder what the Raiders are going to do. Cappa played good in Tampa Bay for all the time he was there in Cincinnati. I think the offensive line coach sucks. Paul Rader, I can't say that. I think that the personnel around him is terrible. And I think that his deficiencies were masked by the guys who were playing around him down there in Tampa Bay. We being real, bro. Now, I think that it's time for the Raiders to go out there and really double down and get one of the better guys out there, like Tevin Jenkins and somebody like that. Super Marcron. Wow, 106 mil, but no quarterback. Shaking my damn head. Well, bro, listen. Woo, excuse me. This is the thing, man. The offseason hasn't really started yet. Give them a chance. If you think the Raiders are going to go out there and just roll what they have in the building, you sadly mistaken, Soup. Sadly mistaken. Yo, and get the F out of here with your stupid name. Get out of here. But, yo, we must get Robert Spillane signed. But, look, I think the Spillane deal will happen soon. But I think they need to add to that linebacker room, too, man. Whoa. Yo, is that true? Is that true? Let me look up Ian Rappaport. Wow. Wow. Hold the phone, bruh. Hold the phone, bruh. Let me see what the rap sheet is saying here, bro. Is that true? Bro, is that true, yo? Is that true? Wow. The Chargers have informed star pass rusher Joey Bosa that he's being released. Wow. 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 And Evil Mitch is back. Have you learned your lesson, Evil Mitch? Have you learned your effing lesson? Wow. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Joey Bosa, Malcolm Kuntz. Joey Bosa, Malcolm Kuntz. What are you doing with that? Joey Bosa, Malcolm Kuntz. It's true. Joey Bosa has been released, man. So let me ask y'all. Joey Bosa, Malcolm Kuntz. You think Bosa would be cheaper, you think? I don't know, man. Joey Bosa, man, is like I don't know, man. Just based, like, look, you got, like, a lot of times in the National Football League, like, when you're a first round pick, your pay structure always seems to be a little higher than guys that are lower round picks throughout your career, right? If you could make it up. I think Joey Bosa will probably come in. I don't know, man, because he's been so injury prone, man. Kuntz and Bosa really are coming in with injury concerns. So would you guys take a flyer on Joey Bosa? Too much money? Yo, people are calling Joey Bosa garbage, man. Y'all are tripping, man. Y'all are tripping. Are y'all serious, man? Yo, Demote, you're about to get blocked for your crap. Get the F up out of here with that AOC crap. Now, look, 2024, Bosa had 22 tackles, 5 sacks, 5 assists, right? 2023, 20 tackles, 6.5 sacks. 2022, 2.5 sacks. 2021, 10.5 sacks, 15 assists, 51 tackles, 7.5 sacks, 11.5 sacks. 2019, I think he was hurt in 2018. He had 5 sacks. Second year in the league, he had 12.5 sacks, 70 tackles. And his rookie year, he had 10.5 sacks. Now, he's injury prone, but if you can get a deal with a trap door in it, would you bring in Joey freaking Bosa? Would you? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Said, hey, wasted. AOC is the next Tom Brady, right? The most. Get the F up out of here. Can't even dump Tom Brady's trash, man. Raider Maxx. Maxx wouldn't want Bosa the crybaby on his team. Why would you say that? The hell out of here, man. Nah, man. Look, y'all would get sweat after one good year. Like, bro, the thing with me is I want the Raiders to be able to stockpile talent. You stockpile talent sometimes by taking flyers on guys who are injury prone where you can get on the cheap. I would take a flyer and see what I can do to bring Bosa in. Now, if we're being real, I would think that one of the Bosa brothers, Joey in name only, will probably try to take a flyer and go to the Niners, right, to play with his brother. If he's gonna go and take a haircut anyway, right? Yo, he says if Garrett goes to the Chargers, you're gonna cry. Look, I don't think that the Browns are gonna trade Myles Garrett, bro. They don't have to. They don't have to, man. James, look, I was late, man. Touchdown in Houston, man. Yo, safe travels, bro. Yeah, I would like Khalil Mack to come back too, but I think that Bosa's going. I think you're probably going to see Khalil Mack go back to the Chargers, man. I think I may have had a bias against Ewers because he represented Manning on the bench. And I had, what Steam T, what the F are you talking about? I don't know how the hell I read that. I would most definitely take a flyer on Bosa. Bosa, Graham, Wilkins, Crosby. Yeah, man, that'd be an expensive ass defensive line room, man. He's the defensive version of Jimmy G. The best player is an available player. I'd rather sign Chasen, draft Sawyer or TJ in the second or third round. Yeah, I see it, man. You're my guy. Raced it. Raider Man 77 is right. Maxx called out Bosa multiple times for being a crybaby. Yeah, you do it until he's available. He can play with you too. Yeah, Joey Bosa was crying about getting doubled and held and stuff like that. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he definitely did. I mean, but that doesn't mean Maxx don't want to play with him. You know what I mean? That's just some gamesmanship. My guy, Gerald Gonzalez. It's possible Bosa and Kuntz play the same amount of games next year. Kuntz is coming off a devastating knee injury. The first year back from that type of injury is very difficult. Only AP did it, and that's a fact. And AP was a freak of nature, man. Yeah, and Cisco Duarte sees things the way your man Wasted sees it. Yo, once you're on the same team, it goes out the window. So that was breaking news. Joey Bosa is available, man. Joey Bosa. So let me get the more rated news. We're going to pull the train to the train tracks because I am getting freaking tired, man. Now, Bill Simmons, one of the biggest jackwagons in sports media, was talking about Tom Brady's involvement with the Raiders. You know, a lot of people seem to have a problem with this. Mike Florio, all these guys. But, and I quote, freaking Bill Simmons is a Boston guy. I don't necessarily know if he really loves the fact that Brady's in the place to be. But Tom Brady, increased his presence. He's having a positive impact on the Raiders. But Bill Simmons warned of the dangers that come with giving Brady power, saying that just because he was a great quarterback doesn't mean he will be a great executive. This is a dangerous thing where you might have him running a football team thinking he knows what's best with the quarterback because he was a great quarterback. Because all the evidence with great players we've had, name the sport, mostly they're not good at this. They think they're seeing some things that other people don't see, but it's not actually rational. Simmons opened up on this Bill Simmons podcast. Now, it's funny, right? So you got Bill Simmons to say this, right? Yo, have you had some great players that, like Michael Jordan, who kind of screwed the pooch in a bit? Yeah. But have you also had, probably, for my money, the greatest GM in the history of basketball be the freaking logo of the league in Jerry West? Yes. Have you seen Larry Bird do pretty decent? Yeah. I've seen great players go up in a booth and do their thing. I mean, I've seen it before. So I don't know where that's coming from, man. I just think that people are trying to find something negative to put on the Raiders. I think that the thing that Tom Brady brings in the building is a guy from the ownership group that speaks that football language. I don't think that Tom Brady is the sole proprietor of all of the decisions in the building. I think when the Raiders were in a dark time and they had to get rid of AP, I think that him being in the building helped that process along. I think that Tom Brady also helped the process of hiring a coach along. Bringing in Pete. I don't know if this is something Mark Davis would have done. But Bill Simmons says this, and we look at a guy like somebody just said in the chat, because it escaped me. I'm getting a little tired. Ozzie Newsome. I mean, who's better GM than Ozzie Newsome? Bill Simmons is one of the biggest Boston homers. He's one of the biggest, just a guy who just talks out of his behind, man. Bill Simmons is a douchebag, man. I remember all of the vitriol he had for LeBron James. Cannot stand that effing guy. But Tom Brady, like my man Manny has said, is living rent-free in everybody's mind, man. We just talked about it, John Calvin. Yes, I think you bring Bosa in, man. I do. My guy, Big Mike Ray, he goes, Bill Simmons needs some apex. You know who needs some apex right now? Me. Shout out to Men of Order. Go on, get your apex. Use your code, waste it, and get your discount. Go on over, go pick yourself up some apex, man. And tell them Wasted Talent sent you. Oh, my God. I need some apex right now because I am freaking tired. Guys, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Wasted is getting old. I am a guy who I go to bed early because I have to get up early and be on time and work. And I also go to the gym in the morning. And I'm going to be real with you guys. This has not been my best live, but I've had a great time. We talked about Maxx. We're going to go over it a little bit more tomorrow. But, guys, I am like damn near falling asleep here. My guy John Calvin says that he's sorry he's late to the party, man. I'm sorry, guys. I got to go to bed. I am. You guys say great show. To me, I don't think this was my best show. So I will definitely be rocking and rolling tomorrow. My guy Spivey gifted 5 Raider Nation Unlimited memberships, man. Appreciate you for bringing the masses to the Wasted Talent Army. Appreciate you, bro. That's right, Anthony. That's right. Boo me. That's right. He says, yeah, man. 3:30 gonna be here for me. At 3:30 gonna be here for me in no time. Shaking my head. That's right, man. But guys, all good. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna be here, same bat, not this time, but we're gonna be here tomorrow, 6:15. We're gonna be rocking and rolling. Raider Nation Unlimited. Love every single one of y'all. We gotta do a quick hour. We talked about Maxx Crosby. We're gonna break down some of the free agents that are available tomorrow. We're gonna break down, where we sit as far as, from a draft board perspective. We're gonna do a little mock draft stuff. And we're going to be covering all the Raider news tomorrow. You guys have a great night. It's time for me to go hit the head, man. Hit the bed, man. It's time, man. It is time, man. I am tired, man. Classic Man Q. It's not leather, man. You can get the F up out of here. You said this live was not leather. You always say that. It's Cedric the Entertainer looking joker here, man. The F up out of here, Classic Man Q. If this live wasn't leather, you can get the F up out of here, Classic Man. Yeah, but listen, y'all have a great night. We will be back tomorrow. We are going to be rocking and rolling. And I'm telling you right now, the live tomorrow will be epic because I will be charged and ready to rock and roll. You guys have a good night, man. Peace.